we kind of just raw dogged this whole experience, and I think it worked out okay. Just about a month ago, we got accepted for a spot at the Game Camp Edmonton booth to give us the opportunity to showcase our game PEEPS at GameCon Canada, along with other talented game developers like Ghava Interactive or Iron Octopus, who are showing off their own games, Art of Kendo and Broken Ceiling, respectively. You can check out their stuff as well as the other games showcased at the booth down in the description below. The GameCam booth was there to support local artists and studios in the Edmonton region. This was kind of a big deal for us since we've never gotten in-person feedback for PEEPS outside of friends and family. As well, we never had convention experience, so it was equal parts exciting and scary approaching this opportunity. Our goal was clear and simple. Get as much feedback from the game while spreading awareness of our larger project. Advertise. Get to know people. Naturally, we printed 150 posters? We printed 150 posters?
Yeah. We were originally going to do 300, but Alex thankfully talked us down to 150.
Even 150 seems a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
150 posters in hopes of selling them for profit. Nothing could go wrong with this plan. Leading up to the convention weekend, we were swamped with tasks. We created postcards to hand out with our social media links in the back. We got some help making some buttons, deadlines were set, game assets were made, there was an industry dinner we attended, our booth was set up ahead of time. We'll need to print out those postcards. Also, we wanted to have a banner. Did I mention that yet? Man, 150 posters were printed and we were really excited to get this show on the road. It didn't take long for us to realize during that first day that selling 150 posters outside of the artist alley was going to be harder than expected. We were actively soliciting people to try out our game, but since these people weren't expecting to buy posters in the gaming area, I doubt we could have convinced them to randomly buy a poster after trying out the game. As more and more players tried the game, we noticed recurring themes in the way they tried to interact with certain mechanics of the game. There was friction between the player and an overall smooth experience with keeps. Throughout the weekend, we kept noting down these feedback. Here were a couple of the more common ones. Too much information being brain blasted into the player in the beginning of the game. Unintuitive controls confusing the players on what to do during specific phases of the game progression where things are supposed to go. Mechanics, readability issues for some of the design choices and leftover temporary assets. Early game was way too intelligent, which led to players losing immediately. Much the only thing they needed to win easily. All over the place. All these issues we discussed at length after the convention in hopes of further improving this little marble game we have. Despite the mishaps and the tomfoolery we put ourselves in, it was very heartwarming to see how well received the game was overall. From kids to elder gamers, we had a wide variety of gaming experience try and tackle the game in their own way. Not to glaze ourselves too much, but the most memorable interaction I had was with a parent saying how they wished they could hear the music and sounds because the art and general vibe of the game perfectly captured that warm, lazy afternoon feeling. The convention environment just couldn't accommodate the soft music and the subtler sound effects we put in. But I'm glad the vision of the game was shining through the gameplay and visuals. I'm really glad we could join the event. It was a lot of fun, and it made the whole project feel real and tangible. Despite only selling 6 posters overall, shout out to you guys know who you are, you guys are the GOAT, we had a blast talking with players and other developers, getting to know our local game dev scene, and seeing the kinds of projects that are passionately being developed locally. Outside of the gaming tables, it was really nice to be a part of a local convention. There were a lot of talented artists and cosplayers showing off their craft. There was an entire hall dedicated to wargaming and tabletop games. The fire alarm went off on the second day, and the main stage, when I was writing this, I realized I actually barely saw anything happen up there on the main stage. It's pretty unfortunate, actually. I wish there were more hype stuff going on up there. At this point, I'm mostly nitpicking, since we had an overall great experience at the convention, and we're grateful to both GameCamp and GCC for providing a space for smaller teams to kind of take center stage at an event and really get to show off some local talent. I do hope that more well-known indie studios could join in to showcase in the future. I think that would help generate more hype for the event and build up the indie dev community relations in the region. That being said, the convention has only been running for a couple years, so I'm just hoping that it continues to get the support and attention it deserves to grow. There is an ideal version of this game that we're starting to see. A well-rounded, pun intended, game that perfectly captures a lazy summer afternoon of playing inconsequential games with friends. An honest-to-God cozy game. If there's one thing that we've really learned from this experience is that we've still got a lot of work to do to get that version of the game. For now, there are a couple things on our list that we want to do moving forward. First, while we continue to rewrite the janky Game Jam code, you can try out the GameCon demo of Keeps on our itch.io page. It includes some new mechanics and challenges, as well as updated art and animations. Give us some feedback in the comments down below. Finally, if you guys want to support us and are interested in the art we've been making on this channel so far, you can take home a couple of the 144 posters we have left from the convention. Feel free to check out our shop below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on our social media. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.